As we speak, Bitcoin is currently yet again at an all-time high, now over $5,800 with a $97 billion market cap. And the cryptocurrency space as a sector is on the cusp of an all-time high as well, sitting at $177 billion, just shy of the $178 billion high hit 6 weeks ago. People who are against Bitcoin, and why in the world would you be against a free market money unless you're an immoral statist or a paid government troll, like to make themselves feel better about missing out on the biggest thing since the internet by saying, the government will shut it down. First, if you really believe the government will do that, and you're not doing everything within your power to end government, then you're a pathetic slave of epic proportions. But there really isn't a lot, short of shutting down the power and or the internet, the government can do to stop Bitcoin. And again, if you think the government will soon cut off the internet or power to try to keep people enslaved, and you aren't spending every waking minute trying to get rid of government, then again, you are a pathetic slave who likely deserves all the oppression coming to you. That said, aside from trying to bring the world back to the Stone Age, the government and the central banks don't have a lot they can do. Look what happens when they try to get rid of Wikileaks, for example. Julian Assange said today, "My deepest thanks to the US government, Senator McCain, and Senator Lieberman for pushing Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Amex, moneybookers, AOL into erecting an illegal banking blockade against Wikileaks starting in 2010. It caused us to invest in Bitcoin with 50,000% return." I'm still not entirely sure what to make of Wikileaks, but agents of the state have tried everything they can to stop it, and what happened? They made Wikileaks exponentially wealthier in the process. At the end of 2010, Bitcoin was trading at less than 30 cents. If Wikileaks even had $10,000 worth of Bitcoin then, and hadn't sold it since, they'd have $200 million in funds that cannot be stolen by the government. Whoops, that really backfired on demented McCain. Another whistleblower, Edward Snowden, has also been active on Twitter, advocating for an even more private cryptocurrency, Zcash. Snowden said, "Zcash's privacy tech makes it the most interesting Bitcoin alternative. Bitcoin is great, but if it's not private, it's not safe." Considering how ostracized he's been by the US government, it's not hard to imagine that he also has moved all of his capital into Bitcoin years ago as well. And if so, those are two attempts by the US government to stop the flow of real information that ended up massively enriching their targets. While Jamie Dimon may be trying to talk down Bitcoin, I know personally of numerous JP Morgan employees that have been heavily involved in cryptocurrencies who either have or will soon be quitting their jobs with JP Morgan. Because, you see, many of the people who currently work for the system, whether it be government agencies or central banks or crony capitalist organizations like JP Morgan, don't do it because they are outright evil. They do it because that's where the money is. They sold their soul, so to speak. But what happens when it becomes more profitable to be on the side of freedom and righteousness? We're just starting to find out now. Even Christine Lagarde has hinted at potential defeat to cryptocurrencies, and helicopter Ben Bernanke has been speaking at cryptocurrency conferences, likely looking for his next buck. The war is far from over, but we're beginning to see the scales tilt significantly in favor of cryptocurrencies and the decentralization and freedom that stems from them. How much more will all this be amplified if Bitcoin hits Trace Mayer's potential target of $27,000 per Bitcoin? We'll have to wait and see. If you still haven't gotten involved in cryptocurrencies, it still isn't too late. With Bitcoin continuing to hit all-time highs, we continue to offer our special 10% off the Dollar Vigilante newsletter, where we've been covering Bitcoin since 2011. You can get access to it in the notes down below. Your average person gets their financial advice from people like brokers at JP Morgan. There's a reason they're called brokers, because they will make you broker. You need to take control of your own financial future. Start with us today at the Dollar Vigilante.
You've seen the Dollar Vigilante on mainstream media trolling the fake news, and seen Jeff Berwick travel inside places like Venezuela and Cuba to expose the truth about what's happening in those socialist paradises. To get even more, make sure to subscribe to the Dollar Vigilante newsletter to receive 2 full 30-plus page issues from the Dollar Vigilante each month, plus market alerts on precious metals, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and gold mining stocks by going to dollarvigilante.com/subscribe. The Dollar Vigilante newsletter earned subscribers a 99% return in 2016 and is on track for more great gains this year. Click on the link in the notes below or go to dollarvigilante.com/subscribe to find out more.